Today I combined franchises with the same number of Super Bowl wins. Huge shout out to Jacob for the suggestion, man. This is a fun one. There are two teams that have 6 Super Bowls, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. They combine to form an 86 overall. Russell Wilson at quarterback. Defense, Hayward, Watt, Highsmith, Minka. Then you have Gonzalez and CB. These are the only two teams with 6 Super Bowl wins. Now the two teams with 5 Super Bowl wins are the 49ers and the Cowboys. They combine to form a 95 overall team. Purdy at quarterback, Run CMC, CD, Ayuk, Kittle at tight end. Defense, Bosa, Lawrence, Warner, and Parsons on the front 7. You have Ward and Bland at CB along with Diggs, Hufanga for the 5 rings team. There are 3 franchises with 4 Super Bowl wins. The Giants, Packers, and Chiefs combined to also form a 95 overall. Mahomes with Jacobs at running back, Hopkins, Rice, and Neighbors, not to mention Jaden Reed, Kelsey of course at tight end. Dooney did get traded, but I filmed this before the trade, so yeah, he's still on the Chiefs for now. On defense, Lawrence and Jones. Nasty defensive line. You have McDuffie, Jair, Xavier McKinney in the secondary. 4 rings team looking good. There are 3 franchises with 3 Super Bowl wins. The Broncos, Commanders, and Raiders. Jaden Daniels at QB1, Robinson at running back, McLaurin, Sutton, Debo at wide receiver along with Jacoby Myers, Bowers, and Ertz at tight end. 4 guys with X Factor on defense, Jonathan Allen, Crosby, Lattimore, and Surtain. And you have Wagner and Louvu at linebacker. 3 rings team looking solid. There are 6 franchises with 2 Super Bowl wins. The Eagles, Colts, Rams, Ravens, Dolphins, and Buccaneers. They combine to form a 97 overall team. Lamar, Henry, Saquon, JT, and Kyron. Then you have Tyreek Evans, Smitty, AJ Brown, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Mandrews, and Goddard at tight end. O-line, everyone has abilities. Defense, pretty solid as well. Only one starter doesn't have abilities, Zach Bond. Not sure if Verse does or not, but either way, both of those guys are going to play like they have abilities. Big play slate is designated a post June 1st release. So until June 1st, I'm going to keep him on the Eagles, man. The 2 rings team has a chance to get number 3. And then there are 4 franchises that have 1 Super Bowl win. The New York Jets, the Saints, Seahawks, and Bears. They combine to form an 89 overall team. And since they're the 1 ring team, it's a great time to ask for 1,000 likes. I would love if we can get that number just one last time before my channel completely dies. That would mean the world to me, man. Kenneth Walker, Kamara, Metcalf, Moore, Olave, and Wilson. And then the front 7 looking good. Quinnen with Leonard Williams, Mosley, DeMario, Sauce, Jalen Johnson. Look at that CB core. Honey Badger at safety, 1 rings, trying to get number 2. And then you have 12 franchises who have yet to win a Super Bowl. The 0 wins team, the Cardinals, Falcons, Bills, Panthers, Bengals, Browns, Lions, Texans, Jaguars, Chargers, Vikings, and Titans form a 99 overall team, as they should. Allen with Burrow right behind him, Mixon, Gibbs, Bijan, Nick Chubb, Jefferson, Amon-Ra, and Jamar Chase. When Diggs is your wide receiver 4, you know your team's pretty good, okay? McBride at tight end 1. 99 offense and defense, they should be the slight favorites in this one. Garrett, Hutchinson, Hendrickson, the other Josh Allen, Hines Allen. On defense, Mack on the other side. I mean, just so many studs. Will they finally hoist the Lombardi? Well, since we have 7 teams, that means one of them is going to get a first round bye. So we went back to the normal teams and simmed one season to see who hoisted a Lombardi, and whoever wins the Super Bowl gets the first round bye for their team. In this experiment, it ended up being the Buffalo Bills. So here is the bracket. Josh Allen and the 0 wins team gets the first round bye. They're automatically in round number 2. So let's get into our first matchup. The 6 rings team taking on the 1 ring team. 6 rings is on offense first. Russell Wilson at QB getting hit as he throws it, and he gets a completion. They're across midfield already. First drive looking good. Another nice play by him. He gets a touchdown, finds his tight end Hunter Henry, and all of a sudden the 1 ring team is facing some pressure, okay? Highsmith and that front 7 not giving Geno any time to throw the football. So here comes Wilson finding his tight end. This time it's Pat Freiermuth. They're already in scoring range, and this is what he was doing when he helped Seattle get their 1 ring in franchise history, running the football, man. He had wheels, and you could see Geno needed to use his wheels more often. TJ Watt getting him in the backfield. This was a heavy dose of blitzes and just pressure in Gino's face. But first drive of half number 2, they refused to go away. One ring team, thanks to DK Metcalf finally in scoring range, and Gino tried to go right back to him. And yeah, he got a little too frisky. He throws the interception. Minkah Fitzmagic helps his team move on to round number 2. 6 rings are headed to the final 4. Now we have the 5 rings team taking on the 2 rings, and Lamar finding AJ Brown on this first drive. 3rd and 6, he's gonna go right back to him. It's dangerous when Lamar has an elite talent like that at wide receiver. Here comes the blitz from the 5 rings, but they don't get there in time. Cooper Kupp makes them pay for 2 rings with the first points in this one. Can they keep the lead though? A lot of talent on both these offenses, especially at running back. Run CMC picking up almost 30 yards on his first carry of the game. And that was the theme of this video. At least in this game, CMC was running rampant on this defense. Kittle was doing his thing as well. Purdy connects with him. And we're all knotted up at 7 right before the 2-minute warning. Take a look at this. Lamar throws an interception, and now the 5 rings have phenomenal field position, but Zach Bond makes sure they don't give up any points. He takes this one to the crib. Just like that, it's 14-7. Bang, bang. Interception after interception. Crazy plays in the second quarter, and we're not even at halftime just yet. Purdy finds Ayuk. They pick up the first down. A few plays later, 10 seconds left. He's going to loft another one into the end zone. Touchdown. George Kittle once again, for the 2nd time in this game, gets the touchdown. 14-all, and we're still not at halftime yet. Lamar gonna throw a bullet to Dallas Goedert. They're inside field goal range, and they're gonna take the lead heading into halftime. So we have a very high scoring back and forth battle, and CMC continued where he left off in the first half, man. They could not stop him. Look at him breaking tackles right there. That's Vita Vea, one of the best nose tackles in the league. He just shook off like it was nothing. 17-all. 4th quarter, less than 3 minutes left. What a laser on 3rd down. Lamar to his favorite target, Mark Andrews. Looks like this drive is going to get them the lead, but it's going to do the exact opposite. He throws an interception. Not just that, a pick 6. 5 rings take the lead, but there's still plenty of time left. Lamar just has to shake that off and continue throwing to his elite targets. That's what he did. It bounces off of him and right into the hands of another 5 rings member, and that would end up being the dagger. The 2 rings team goes home in round 1. They lose a thriller. 5 rings team headed to the final 4. Last matchup of round number 1, the 4 rings team on the Chiefs versus the 3 rings, which is on the Raiders. And I'm showing a kickoff at the opening of this game for a reason. Look at this return. Beautiful job getting them across midfield. So now Jaden Daniels doesn't have to do much. Just a first down or 2, and he's already in field goal range. That's exactly what they do. They take care of the football and get their early lead, 3-0. Here comes Mahomes on 3rd down, though. You know he's going to try to answer back with some points of his own. Hopkins catching that one. Play action on 3rd down, though. Mahomes going down. Dorrance Armstrong with the sack. And nothing really happened until the second half. Look at Mahomes on the first drive. He's going to make a mistake, throw a bad interception, and just like that, the 3 rings team has a chance to add to their lead. Beautiful catch by Jacoby Myers, getting them inside the 20. And then Daniel's going to hand it off. That's Austin Eckler, who seems to step up in big games. Gets his team the 2-possession lead. Still plenty of time for Mahomes in this offense, but they have to start making plays. 3rd and 11. That's exactly what he does. Rashee Rice getting them inside field goal range. They end up tacking on 3. Finally getting on the board. 7-point game. 3rd down and 9. They got to get a stop, but Daniels keeps the chains moving. Cortland Sutton was having himself a game, and they end up winning this one 13-3. Defensive masterpiece by the 3 rings team. They're headed to round number 2 after beating Mahomes and a 4-ring squad. Here's what round 2's looking like. We have 6 rings taking on 3 rings, 0 rings in their first matchup taking on the 5 rings. Here we go. First matchup in the final 4. 0 wins are finally on our screen for the first time in this one. And you can see early on that Josh Allen, well, actually not that early because we're in the second quarter, but eventually he figured out, okay, I have Justin Jefferson the best wide receiver, if not him, Jamar Chase. So you have the top 2 wide receivers in the league on your team. And he started going to them early and often. 2nd and 2 touchdown to one of those guys. Jay Jettas gets them on the board. They have the early lead against the 5-ring squad. But here comes Brock Purdy in this offense. He also has some weapons that he knows how to use. McCaffrey with a nice route gets them the first down. They get in field goal range and get on the board right before halftime. 7-3 game. First drive in half number 2. 2nd down and 6. Josh Allen gonna take off, doing whatever he can to help his team, to help all 12 franchises finally know what it feels like to win the Super Bowl. Allen with a nice pass. Jay Jettas off to the races. You're not catching him. 2 possession lead, 0 wins. Looking good early on. They have a commanding advantage in this one, but there's still plenty of time. 3rd quarter has not even reached halfway, and Purdy is throwing dots all over the place. Bottom of the screen, that's Brandon Ayuk keeping the chains moving. Less than 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. McCaffrey shaking tackles, getting the touchdown. They're gonna go for 2, try to make this a 3-point game. Right back to McCaffrey, spin move, and he cannot get there. So it's still a 5-point game, and now we're in the 4th quarter. Allen gonna go right back to his favorite target, Jay Jettas. Another first down. That connection was dominant in this game. They eventually get a field goal, 17-9. So it's still 1 possession. Plenty of time for the 5-rings team to make something happen. That's a nice pass over the middle by Purdy to Juwan Jennings. This time he's going to scramble to the left, pick up another first down. Ayuk on 3rd and 4 gets the nice catch. 3rd and 10. Can he do it again? Heavy pressure in his face, forces an errant pass. Interception. 0 rings take over thanks to AJ Terrell. 3rd and 3. 1 first down and it's over. Allen finds his tight end Njoku, and they're headed to the finals with a chance to get their first Super Bowl in all these franchises' history. Now we have to see who their opponent is going to be. The 6 rings or the 3 rings. Well, the defense from the 3 rings is making their presence felt early on. Look at that sack. Not just that, the fumble. Russell Wilson coughs it up in his own territory. 3 rings take over, but all they can manage is 3 points. And then they get another stop and tack on 3 more points. So even though they're doing really well early in this one, they haven't yet been able to punch it into the end zone, which means 6 rings are still only down 1 possession. Wilson going to his tight end. He just loved going to his tight ends in this entire video. I mean, Pat Freiermuth was open early and often. Right here, Wilson scrambling to the left, finding a wide receiver this time. Mike Williams getting them to lead just like that, even after a disastrous start. Jacoby Myers, though, he's fighting, breaking tackles, picking up the first down. In the 3rd quarter, less than 10 seconds left before we get to quarter number 4. And Daniels is going to take off. No one was covering him. Touchdown. 3 rings take the lead. They're going to go for 2. Try to make this a 7-point game. Direct snap to the running back. I don't think I've seen that this year. I guess it's in that playbook. And now they have the lead. But Wilson continues finding his guys. Nice pass right there. 4th and 16. He needed that. He got it. First down. Can he make a miracle happen? 4th and 10. Less than 5 seconds left. All kinds of time. Never mind. Max Crosby gonna get the sack and send his team to the finals. 3 rings versus 0 rings in the last game of this tournament. Extremely talented squads on both sides of the football. Daniels in this offense on the field first. Stingley gets the tackle, but not until McLaurin gets a nice gain. Look at that long kick by Daniel Carlson. On a 4th and 24, they get on the board first, and after a nice stop, a quick 3 and out, Daniel's gonna find his new teammate Debo. 10-0 just like that. But we're still only in the 2nd quarter, and Josh Allen still has Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra, and Justin Jefferson. So if there's one team I'm not counting out, it's that combination of talent. I mean, look at this. The game can change in just one play. Jamar makes it a 3-point game, but you got to take a look at this celebration. Now, not just the cartwheel, the backflip.
Oh, kill him.
Beautiful job from start to finish, and it seems like that gave his team all the momentum. Interception on the next drive. Jaden Daniels throws a costly INT. Jamar on 3rd down, gonna get the first, and they end up settling for 3. So 10-0, 10 unanswered for the 0 rings team. Now we're in the 3rd quarter. All knotted up at 10. Daniels has his team in the red zone though. That's a nice pass to Cortland Sutton. 2nd down and 3. Can they punch it into the end zone? Big boy was in motion, but it goes to another relatively big boy. Michael Mayer, the tight end. He gets his team to lead 3 rings, up 7 in the 4th quarter. Another stop. And now they have the ball once again in scoring range. 1st down. Debo. 2nd and goal. Play action. 14-point advantage for the 3 rings team. Jacoby Myers tacks on to their lead, but Allen, once again, all that talent around him. Amon-Ra picks up a huge gain. I'm not counting him out just yet. 3rd and 1. Jay Jettas makes this a 1-possession game. And they're going to go for 2, even though they're only down 8. Jamar makes this a 6-point game. Onside kick attempt is unsuccessful, but they still have 2 timeouts. It's not over just yet. Jane Daniels is going to hand it off. Brian Robinson looking like Josh Jacobs in that number 8 Raiders uniform. The 3 rings are the winners of this tournament. They get number 4. Washington, Las Vegas, and Denver end up victorious. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please like the video. 1,000 likes, please. I'll see you on the next one. 'Cause I'm on one, ay, number 1.